Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we are going to talk about one of the biggest problems that plagues the world of hydroponics, algae. And if left unchecked, it can take over your entire system incredibly quickly and can decimate your plants. But why does this happen? How can we get rid of it? And most importantly, how can we prevent it happening in the first place? So why does algae grow in hydroponic systems anyway? Well, algae is present everywhere all the time. It doesn't matter whether you live in the desert or whether you live in a tropical rainforest. Algae is there in the air, on the surface of most things that exist today. But algae thrive on the same things that our plants do, especially in hydroponic environments. Those three things that it needs are light, nutrients, and water. So algae thrives with number one, light. We go through a lot of effort in the world of hydroponics to get the right light spectrum for our plants to thrive. Unfortunately, at the same time, we are also partly benefiting the algae that exists in and around our plants. There's not a lot we can do about that because without the light, our plants won't grow. The next thing that algae needs is nutrients. Again, the amount of effort that we put into nutrients for our plants, not just hydroponically, but also soil grown as well, unfortunately are the same nutrients that algae thrive on and grow exponentially by eating. The final thing that algae needs is the presence of water, and this is where the difference between soil grown comes from. Hydroponics is all about water. So combining the right amount of light, the right amount of nutrient and water together is a recipe for potential disaster. There are some species of algae that thrive in low light conditions. So how does algae spread in a hydroponic environment? As I mentioned before, algae spores are everywhere. And the moment they get the three things that they need, they're going to multiply faster than people believe. You can wake up one morning to a perfectly clean hydroponic environment, and by the time you get back from work or the end of your day, it's riddled with algae. It can be that fast. Algae will coat roots, it will coat growing surfaces, it will coat your growth medium, it will block tubes, it will block the uptake of oxygen by your plant, and it will also stop nutrient flow throughout the entire system if left unchecked. It will kill your plants if left to its own devices because it feeds off that nutrient. So it will grow to the point where it will stop the nutrient uptake by your plants. So again, in the course of hours, your plants can go from being really happy and healthy to wilted and dying. If you don't treat algae, it will then start to create very bad odors throughout your system and create a biofilm which will affect all parts of your system as well, including water pumps. Ultimately, the longer you wait to deal with an algae problem, the worse it's going to be and the harder it's going to be to get rid of. So I'm doing this video now because it was only a few days ago that I went down to the basement to check on the plants and noticed right at the end of the day, so it was like 10 o'clock at night, that the first hydroponic tower with strawberries in was not looking its best. The strawberry plants were wilting, which is a great sign that something is wrong. So the first thing I did was open up the lid to this tower, and there it was, the first indication that something was wrong, algae. Now there's a few reasons why this happened in this tower, which we'll go through now. But it's the same things that will cause algae in almost any system, regardless of the type. The first problem with this tower is the printing filament. This was ultra thin printing technique. So this actually allowed too much light to penetrate through that top surface here. With the light so close, 6 inches maximum away from the lid of that hydroponics tower, the light was able to transit through that plastic and into the source of water when the pump was running. So there's two elements there. We've got our light and our water. With feed in that tower as well, every time the pump ran, that feed was coming up through the system to the top where it met the other two. And there we have our three problematic parts for an algae spread. We had our nutrient, we had our water, and we had our light. This happened in less than 12 hours. But it was caught nice and quickly, and I've dealt with it, and the plants are now back on a good, healthy road to recovery. So how do you deal with algae? So if you already have algae in your system, let's talk about how to get rid of it manually. The first thing you need to do is get in there and remove any signs of algae you can by scrubbing. You can use a natural sponge, an artificial sponge, cloth, whatever it takes to get rid of it. Get in there, get your hands wet, and clear as much of that off as you can. And that is the whole system as well. So all your growing, your reservoir, your net pots, throw those away or put them in the sink for cleaning and get some fresh, clean ones in there. You're not going to be able to eradicate every possible trace of algae at this stage, but we're looking to get rid of as much as possible so that it doesn't reflourish the moment you fire your system back up. The next thing to do is to incorporate something like hydrogen peroxide, a 3% mix. Now, depending on where you look on the internet, the amount of hydrogen peroxide to use will vary. The general consensus is 0.5 milliliters to 1 milliliter per liter of water in your system. Now, the 1 milliliter per liter is on the high side, and if you have delicate plants, they may have issues dealing with that concentration. So I recommend somewhere in between the 0.7 to 0.8 milliliters of 3% hydrogen peroxide to every 1 liter of water in your hydroponic system. Add that hydrogen peroxide to your water once you've cleaned the system and allow it to circulate in the system's natural timing. If your hydroponic system is flooded with algae, you will need to replace that water. So it's recommended to remove your water, do the internal cleaning, refill with fresh water with hydrogen peroxide in it, and then run your system again. Hydrogen peroxide is a very natural way of dealing with algae. What it does is it breaks down into hydrogen and oxygen, and then you have the free oxygen molecules floating around your system. Those will actually attack the cell membranes of the algae, which causes them to die. At the correct dosage, hydrogen peroxide will do no damage to your plants and plant roots or whatsoever. Something else to consider is you can use filters to trap small amounts of algae too. But also, if you have a filter and you have algae in it, that can be a breeding ground for a worse outbreak of algae. So make sure you keep those filters clean if you decide to use them. Depending on your type of hydroponic system, you can use beneficial bacteria and organisms to fight algae. Some types of snails will feed on algae. If you're doing an aquaponic system, there are lots of different types of fish that will treat that as well. You can also get things like HydroGuard to deal with algae breakouts. There is a limited amount of success for this, and there are lots of different brands, all of which are ever so slightly different. The majority of these use a bacteria called Bacillus subtilis, and this will start to break down algae cell membrane as well. But you must use those in accordance with the instructions, as every different brand is different. Please avoid using harsh chemicals such as bleach, because they will destroy your plant's roots in one dose, if that dose is high enough. How to prevent it happening in the first place. So algae, like I said, uses those three elements to thrive. Those three elements are also needed by our plants, but in different amounts. So we're talking light exposure. Again, the purpose of this video, or the reason I did this video now, was because I had a problem with one of my hydroponic towers. And the first cause is that light exposure. That light penetrated through that plastic top that allowed the algae spores to get in contact with those three perfect elements for growth: light, water, and nutrient. So if you are unsure if your tower is keeping enough light out, then you can cover the top. If your light is over the top of your tower, you can cover the tops of your tower with something like kitchen foil. You can paint them black. You can print, if 3D printing, black tops. Any of these options will stop that light penetrating into the top of your tower and help prevent too much light entering the system. In other hydroponic systems, the color of your reservoir is key, but also the material. If you have a thin material and it is white, then that light is going to penetrate that much easier than if that material is black. But if that white reservoir is suitably thick enough, then the light will not be able to penetrate in enough concentration. The second thing is to keep water moving. Static water promotes algae growth, and that's what causes stagnant water. Stagnant water is just water where algae has grown exponentially and creates that odor that we know from stagnant water. That odor can grow anywhere, in our washing machines, in our dishwashers. That stagnant water and algae growth can occur in many parts of our daily lives. Something like a small aerator, an air stone with a minimal pump. The pump doesn't have to be large, it just has to be large enough to move the surface of the water. If you're not using air stones and air pumps, then a water pump will help to alleviate that potential cause of algae growth. The only system that you can't do any of those with is crack key, but it is super important in that environment to make sure that the light doesn't penetrate into your water. Otherwise, you've then got a slow moving water with too much light and nutrients. Online, you'll see a lot of people selling transparent cracked key growing containers. This is a terrible idea because you are just opening the floodgates to an algae overgrowth. For preventative, we can look at using beneficial microbes and organisms within your water if your system and growth method allows it. We can also stop overfeeding our plants and introducing too much nutrient for our entire system. So understanding how much nutrient you use and when you use it is key to preventing algae growth. And basic standard maintenance. Taking 5 minutes a week to clean your system down, making sure that light bleed is kept to a minimum, and potentially changing your growth medium if one allows too much algae growth for your system. Almost all growth medium at some stage will have a layer of algae on the top. That is expected and perfectly normal. Monitor that because there are some rockwool cubes going around, generally those that have come from less monitored factories and production sites, where they will get overtaken with algae very quickly, and that will then penetrate down into your system. So keep an eye on your plants as they grow to make sure that nothing happens to them. One excellent way to deal with algae is to introduce a UV sterilizer. This is either inline in a tube or within your reservoir and uses UV light to kill off any pathogens of algae that are within the system to keep your hydroponics unit super clean and maintenance free. Are they truly maintenance free? No, in my experience they aren't, but they do an excellent job. They are exceedingly expensive for what they are, so budget has a lot to do with how you deal with algae in your system. So regarding my tower, after printing a black cap and putting that on, I then got in and cleared as much of the algae growth as I could, and to be fair, it wasn't particularly bad because it was caught really quickly. The distribution tube within a tower is a key part for algae growth if you don't keep on top of it. So if you have a hydroponic tower and you get algae growth, in between pumping cycles, pour some hydrogen peroxide down into your tube and top it up with water and just leave it there. You will see it bubbling up, and that is the indication that that is breaking down into hydrogen and oxygen, and then those oxygen molecules will deal with your algae growth within the tube. I try to recommend that there is at least 10 to 15 minutes of static hydrogenated water in that tube before you run your system again. But please make sure you are using the correct amount of hydrogen peroxide for your entire system. So after dealing with the tube and the water distribution module at the top of the hydroponic tower, I dosed the system with the correct amount. So I used 0.8 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide per 1 liter in that tower. And Everything the next day started picking back up. I also increased the watering schedule of that to encourage a faster turnaround and getting rid of that algae as quick as possible. We are now 2 days on and the plants have picked right back up. All of the algae has disappeared, and I'm just going to go back every day, twice a day, and just make sure everything is kept in check. Get in there with a clean cloth, kitchen cloth, anything like that, and just remove any signs you have of algae. If you want to redose with hydrogen peroxide, make sure you do that on a weekly schedule and no more often. It can take up to 3 to 4 days for hydrogen peroxide to successfully work in a system that has algae growth occurring. So don't be disheartened if the next day everything is not perfectly clean. It's basically impossible to deal with algae in this way and have a perfectly clean system that fast. You will have to remove the water, retreat it at least once or twice. So there we go, the simple problem of algae, how it can decimate a hydroponic system, how to prevent it in the first place, how to deal with it if you have it. But ultimately, those 3 elements, light, water and nutrients, cause the algae growth, but they also cause our plant growth. So make sure you have the right amount of each. Don't overfeed your systems with nutrients, and make sure light bleed is kept to a minimum within your reservoir and the other system components. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. It's a very common subject and a problem subject for a lot of hydroponic growers, especially if you're new to the environment. But even those that aren't new, if you've got lots of systems going, it's easy to forget one or allow one element of that to just slip slightly, and before you know it, you've got algae growing. So don't be disheartened. It happens to everybody at some point. It is super easy to deal with if you catch it fast. So make sure you do regular maintenance on your systems. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.